Hi, it's Becca from the future. I've decided to rename this segment different from the name that I gave it when I actually filmed this video. I'm thinking of calling these videos Friday Finds or maybe Friday Favorites. I'm not 100% committed to either name right now, but if you have an opinion, I'd love for you to leave it in the comments below. Anyways, I'm just going to go on with the video now and realize that the original name I gave this was called Beck's Recs for Becca's recommendations, and I'm just not loving that as much 5 days later after filming this. So yeah, Friday Favorites or Friday Finds. We'll play around with it. We'll see what happens. But alright, here goes my favorites or my finds. So my first recommendation is a music rec, and it's Pixie Geldof's new album or first album called I'm Yours. Pixie Geldof is a model and British it girl who now is a singer, or I guess she's always been a singer, but she just put out an album like I think in September of 2016, and I recently discovered it towards the end of December, and I am obsessed with it. Like, I keep on listening to it. It's kind of got some like Lana Del Rey vibes, but not so theatrical, and it's like Lana Del Rey meets First Aid Kit. It's somewhere kind of in the middle of those two, and so like I said, I love it. And there's a song that just haunts me and really pulls at my heartstrings, and it's called Twin Thing, and it's about her sister, Peaches Geldof, who unfortunately passed away in 2014 due to a heroin overdose. And Peaches was also an it girl. She wrote for Nylon back in like 2008, 2009. Anyways, so I've always been like a fan of Peaches, and her sister Pixie, who was a model, like I knew about her, but I didn't follow her or anything. And then now when I hear this like song, Twin Thing, oh my god, it just hits me in my heart. So I definitely recommend checking out I'm Yours, and it's available on Spotify. And my second recommendation is a art documentary about an eccentric old man who lived in Maine who took photos of Barbie. Hundreds and thousands of photos of Barbie in these different dioramas. And it's called Magical Universe. And this eccentric man, his name is Al Carby. And at first when I watched this documentary, like, I was a little off-put by Al Carby. Like, there was something about it that just sort of like creeped me out, or I wasn't so sure. And midway through the documentary, there's sort of this break in which the documentarian's wife sort of comments on the footage thus far. And it's such a poignant moment that, one, it just like makes me think about the fact how editing really does manipulate how someone interprets or understands information, and like through editing can really portray a person maybe not so accurately. But anyways, so that moment occurs, and then I'm able to sort of continue to watch the rest of the documentary with more of an open mind and a different perspective. And by the end of it, I was totally endeared to this person. So it's called Magical Universe, and I highly recommend that you check it out as well. And once you do, I would love, love, love to know what you thought about it down in the comments below. And my final recommendation is, don't let mild inconveniences get in the way of true fun, joy, excitement, adventure, and a good time. And what I mean by that is, on Friday, Dan and I, like, he had the day off and I was working all day, and around 3 o'clock I decided to just sort of like shut things down and go to an art exhibit that was going to close the following day. And since Dan had Friday off and I want to experience it with him, I decided, okay, we're gonna go today, even though it's about an hour away from where we are, and when we drive back home, we will be in rush hour traffic. And it's a mild inconvenience, and we were only at the art exhibit for about 40 minutes, I would say. But at the same time, the experience was great. We talked about art. We, had wonderful conversation on the way up and on the way back. And we ended up having this amazing experience because we ignored the mild inconvenience of it. We left our house at 3. We were back home by 6. It was only a 3-hour break. We still have our whole evening in front of us. And totally, I get it. I work freelance. It's not necessarily something that everyone else can do on like a Friday, but I work freelance and Dan has a really complicated schedule. It's not a set schedule, so we have to take advantage of the days that he's off, and I can put my work aside and we can just spend a moment and some fun time together. So if there's a show that you want to go see, or something that's closing, or just go for it, do it, like figure it out, because don't let the mild inconveniences of life hold you back from living it to the fullest. And those are my recommendations for this week. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. I would love to know your thoughts on Pixie Geldof's album, I'm Yours, or The Magical Universe. And if you want to see next week's recommendations, don't forget to subscribe. And on that note, love and light, you beautiful people. I will see you next week.